Mexico City, Mexico.
What a beautiful day in Mexico City, Mexico.
You have to agree, Marty Batres. And we wonder what will happen today.
What do you think you're doing?
Y we talking to Andrés Manuel López Obrador. It was about the situation in Mexico.
Excuse me, but I have some news for you. Our 11th team will be joining the Formula 1 grid for 2023.
What are you talking about? Formula 1 already has 10 teams.
The 11th team will be based on our untitled Joseph Kosinski film. And it will have Sonny Hayes as its main driver.
How the heck should we know? Sonny Hayes is not a Formula 1 driver.
No. I don't want to hear anything else from you. Get out, now.
Silverstone, England.
You know what, Joshua? Formula One hasn't done something like this in 7 years.
I have to agree, Sonny. It's a new experience for Julie.
What do you think you're talking about?
We were talking about our new Formula One team. The last team to join Formula One was Haas in 2016.
No. I don't care if you're referring to Haas. It's worse than Nikita Mazepin.
What did you do to Haas, Julie? You criticized them for being worse than Nikita Mazepin. He drove for them in 2021. Why don't you go back to being a character in Barney and Friends?
Hey. That is not how you speak to me. You need to be careful of what you say, or there will be trouble.
All right, Julie, there was no need for you to get offended. I'm Sonny Hayes, by the way.
Ah, so you're the person I was referring to. You were a Formula 1 driver who raced in the 1990s.
Yes, I was, Julie. Until I had a horrible crash, forcing me to retire from Formula One and start racing in other disciplines. But a Formula One team owner and friend contacted me and asked me to come out of retirement to mentor Joshua on the new Formula One team.
It's so nice to meet you, Sonny and Joshua. I cannot wait to see what you two can do in the team's first Grand Prix.
Thank you for the honor, Julie. It was fun talking to us.
We have to go to the car reveal. My race engineer will talk to me on the grid in Bahrain.
All right, Sonny. I will see you later.
Sky Sports and News HQ, England.
It's up to party members to decide whether they want to put themselves forward or whether they'd be able to garner the support to go into a contest. We are a democratic party. I'm very proud of that.
I'm sorry, we have to pause for a moment here. We have got some breaking news.
This is Sky Sports News with Simon Thomas. And we have breaking news from the world of Formula One. In the last few minutes it has been confirmed that there will be a new team for 2023. The team, called Apex GP, is the first team to join F1 since the Haas F1 team in spring 2016. And if that wasn't enough, the team has the supreme leader of Iran as its team principal and has Sonny Hayes as its lead driver. For the latest, we go over to Natalie Pinkham.
New year, new drivers, new team. Welcome and great to have you with us as we move far away from the paddock to the headquarters of the newest outfit on the Formula One grid. We've been granted exclusive access with an interview not just with the team owner or the star driver, but both. Because for the first time in modern F1 history, the team owner is behind the wheel themselves. Now is a great time to bring a new team into the sport, particularly off the back of such compelling competition last year. 2022 saw huge regulation changes, and it was Red Bull who came out on top in the development race. But that was last year. This year could be a very different story. Let me tell you, this facility is an absolute hive of activity, and there is a palpable sense of excitement around the car they've built. Quietly, they truly believe they can challenge at the top, and they've had the time now to craft a hugely competitive race car. But theory is one thing, and taking on the brightest lights in motorsport is quite another. So how does the owner of F1's 11th team feel as they prepare to be thrust into the limelight of the F1 circus? New driver lineups, Qatar returns, Las Vegas debuts, and the engineering race continues to push the sport and the drivers to new heights. What are they aiming for? Most excited about? Most nervous for? Well, soon we will meet them to find out. But first, let's take a look at the brand new car.
Enough!
I'm sorry, but we have a technical problem with the car reveal for Apex GP. But we can talk to Ruhollah Khomeini, who was supreme leader of Iran until 1989. He's in a live feed from Tehran, the capital. It's good to see you, Ayatollah.
Thank you for having me on. It's good to be back after so many years.
Now, I would have thought being owner was stressful enough, but how are you going to approach taking on the role?
I'm going to take the approach that Aguri Suzuki did back in 2006 with Super Aguri. The team may be new to Formula One, but wait until you see what it is capable of.
You are not going to be alone on the track. You have signed Sonny Hayes and Joshua Pierce as the team's drivers. What made them the right fit for the project?
To be honest with you, they looked good on paper. Sonny raced in Formula One until a horrible crash in the 1990s which forced him to retire. I contacted him and asked him to come out of retirement, to which he agreed. And Joshua is a rookie prodigy. I'm looking forward to seeing what Sonny can do in the car.
Your competitors are experienced. You, by contrast, are a total newcomer. What is unique and special you bring to the table?
It's going to be tough. We will have a better picture after the first race.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Ayatollah, but we have a video of the Apex cars in action at the Hungaroring. Let's listen.
Dinner, get a vibe of the city. It is.
That, to me, is the greatest sound we have ever heard.
Are you sure about that? The car looks like a modified Formula 2 car with an added Formula 1 aero package.
We have run out of time. Thank you for joining, and goodbye.
The Bahrain Grand Prix, Bahrain.
Months of rumour and speculation all come to an end today as we return to racing for the opening event of what promises to be an enthralling season. Welcome along then to round one of this year's Formula One World Championship. We'll be racing around 3.36 miles of the magnificent Bahrain International Circuit today. Keep an eye out for drivers locking the front left down into the tricky braking zone of turn 10. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. What a qualifying yesterday for George Russell. He'll start today's race from pole position. And Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Sainz, Verstappen, Fernando Alonso, Norris, Oscar Piastri, Perez, Albon, Stroll, Bottas, Gasly, Joe, Tsunoda, Ocon, Magnussen, Hülkenberg, Ricciardo, Sargent, the owner driver, and Liam Lawson.
Here we go then. First race of the 2023 season. Wish me the best of luck.
Wait a minute, where is Joshua Pierce?
Unfortunately, Joshua Pierce is not on the grid. The reason being that I chose Liam Lawson and Felipe Drugovich as the substitute drivers.
What? Are you being serious with me? I thought Joshua Pierce was your teammate.
Well, technically he is, but he is not in the Formula One game. You are limited to Formula 2 drivers, and that is why I chose Liam Lawson to fill in for Joshua Pierce.
For God's sake, Sonny, what is wrong with you? You said to Ruhollah Khomeini before the start of the season that your team would be a championship contender and set the standard for the whole field. But you and your teammate qualified 21st and 22nd on the grid.
How did me and my teammate qualify P21 and P22? We did not set a lap time in qualifying.
Shut up! That looked bad. Are you alright? Let me know you're okay.
Sonny retires from the Bahrain Grand Prix after replicating Nikita Mazepin by crashing into the barriers on the first lap. He then suffers another DNF in Saudi Arabia. But at the Australian Grand Prix,
And that's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
Sonny finishes the race in 13th. But he is still struggling to understand the mechanics of driving the car. The Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Baku, Azerbaijan.
This is your last chance. If your performances do not improve, you will lose your seat.
Does it look like I care? I've only done 3 races for the team, and 2 of those ended in a DNF. I finished 13th in the last race, and I really do hope nothing bad will happen to me.
We're interrupting our...
Enough! Attention fans of the 2023 Azerbaijan Grand Prix. A major incident has occurred on track and a red flag is in effect. All vehicles have returned to the pits whilst the incident is dealt with. Tyres may be changed during this stoppage and some types of damage may be repaired before the race restarts. Thank you for your attention.
Sonny retires from the Azerbaijan Grand Prix after crashing into Valtteri Bottas and rolling his car. Apex GPHQ, England.
Do you even know why I called you into my office?
We came here because of my performance this season. What do you think of it?
Your performance has been dreadful. You crashed into a barrier in Bahrain and had another DNF in Saudi Arabia. You finished 13th in Australia and retired in Azerbaijan.
What are you playing at, Sonny? Are you trying to be UGE Day?
Yes, I am trying to be UGE Day. He competed in Formula 1 with Super Aguri in 2006, but was demoted to 3rd driver after 4 races and lost his FIA super license.
I do not care about UGE Day. He was the worst driver in the history of Formula 1, and you've copied him 17 years later.
And you thought I was a bad driver. My performance this season may be dreadful, but I'm going to play Pedro by Jacksamy.
Enough!
What was the point of turning on Pedro by Jacksamy? This is a serious meeting, not a musical meeting.
Oops. I should have known that.
There was no need for you to insult me. I was listening to Pedro by Jacksamy until you interrupted the song.
That is not true. The reason why I interrupted the song is because of your performance this season.
It wouldn't be fair for you to take away Sonny's super license. Remember what happened to UGE Day in 2006?
But that was 17 years ago. We are now in 2023 and Sonny Hayes is replicating UGE Day. He should be most ashamed of himself.
But Ryan,
Not a single word anymore. And you're out.
Come on, Ryan, why did you have to interrupt Julie? She was only trying to criticize me for replicating UGE Day.
You did not deserve that criticism. I pretended to be Brian Doyle from F1 2021 and threatened to kick Julie out if she criticized you.
No, Ryan, that is not what I meant. I am trying to say that I'm worse than UGE Day.
Wait a minute. I thought UGE Day was bad enough, considering that he only finished 1 race in 2006. But you were way worse than him by replicating his results. What did you do to deserve this?
I did what UGE Day did in Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, Australia, and Azerbaijan. Is Ryan trying to say that my seat is not safe?
You know what? You're right. You do not deserve a seat in Formula 1 because of your replication of UGE Day.
All right, Julie, that is enough from you. My attention is now focused on Sonny Hayes and Ruhola Khomeini.
So you want to talk to us? Good for you.
What was the point of running the Apex team Ruhola Khomeini? Its performance this season is way below expectations.
What are you talking about, Ryan? The team has only done 4 races. Does it make any difference to you?
No, it does not make any difference to me at all. There is only one word to describe the team: appalling. It is in 9th place in the Constructors' Championship, and it is way worse than Andrea Moda.
What are you even on about, Ryan? Andrea Moda was a Formula 1 team that was expelled after 12 races in 1992. Are you trying to say that it has happened again 31 years later?
Not after your replication of UGE Day. You are the worst driver in Formula 1, and the team is considered to be one of the poorest constructors to ever enter Formula 1.
Oh my God, I really did not expect you to tell us that. Can you give Sonny a second chance?
No. I cannot give Sonny a second chance. It's time for your punishments.
Oh no. That doesn't look good.
Sonny Hayes, what in God's name is wrong with you? I cannot believe that you replicated UGE Day by retiring in 3 races and finishing in only 1. I knew you were a bad Formula 1 driver, but I did not think you would go so far as to cause a spectacular crash in Azerbaijan. The FIA has had no other option but to revoke your FIA Super license. And it means that you can no longer compete in Formula 1. For that,
you are fired.
What? Are you being serious with me? Why did you have to get Sonny fired?
And as for you, Ruhola Khomeini, you've been way worse. I cannot believe that you ran the Apex Grand Prix team, which is in 9th in the constructors' standings. You know the worst team in Formula 1 was Andrea Moda in 1992, but 31 years later you've taken it way too far. Because of the team's disastrous start, the FIA Motorsport Council has had no other option but to expel Apex GP from Formula 1 on the regulatory grounds of, and I quote, failure to operate a team in a manner compatible with the standards of the championship or in any way brings the championship into disrepute. For that,
you are fired.
Oh no, why did you have to get me fired? I can play Number 1 by James Hype and Major Lazer for you.
I said good day!
Oh, thanks a lot, Mr. Wonka. You've interrupted the song that I wanted to play.
I can't believe that this had to happen. I am leaving here.
Luton, England.
Are you all right?
No. I'm not all right.
Oh dear, poor Julie. What's wrong?
Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini ran a Formula 1 team called Apex Grand Prix. It was the 11th team on the Formula 1 grid, and it had Sonny Hayes and Joshua Pierce as its drivers. Unfortunately, it was a disaster, with Sonny replicating UGE Day by retiring in Bahrain, Saudi Arabia and Azerbaijan, and finishing 13th in Australia.
What? You can't really be serious. I have news that I would like to tell you.
Oh no. It better be good.
It's not good news, I'm afraid. The FIA has taken away the license of Sonny Hayes. And the Apex GP team has been expelled.
I am devastated with myself over what happened.
Sorry, but I'm afraid the Apex GP team is gone. You will have to make do with the 20 drivers for the remainder of 2023.
I'm very sad. Now I can't see the Apex team compete over what happened.
I really do feel sorry for you, Julie.
No. I don't want to talk. Leave me alone, now.
That is the end of the Apex Grand Prix team. It has been expelled from Formula 1 after Ruhollah Khomeini and Sonny Hayes were fired. And it will not compete in motorsport over what happened. The end.